You've tried to push past your brain fog, making to-do lists, drinking more coffee, and even taking supplements, but sometimes the brain fog is still winning. You forget what you're saying and you can't focus, and it's starting to affect your work, your relationships, and certainly how you feel about yourself. Most women over 40 are told this is just aging or stress, but that's not the full story. The real cause? Hormonal shifts that can silently disrupt your memory, your energy, and your mental sharpness. And unless you identify these 3 hidden hormone triggers, your brain fog can get worse. In this video, I'll show you exactly what they are and give you a 4-step roadmap to start clearing your brain fog naturally. And stay with me because at the end, I'll share the one daily habit that may be making your brain fog worse without you even realizing it. Hi, I'm Dr. Laara Van Bryce. I'm a chiropractor and functional medicine practitioner who helps women over 40 restore their energy, mental clarity, and hormone balance naturally. If you've been told everything looks normal, but you still feel off with brain fog, fatigue, mood swings, and no clear answers, this channel is for you. Here I share science-backed strategies to get to the root cause of what's really going on in your body so you can feel like yourself again, sharp, focused, and fully alive. Subscribe if you want real solutions, not just prescriptions. I post new videos every week. Do you wake up tired even after a full night's sleep? Do you walk into a room and forget why? And do you read something twice and still have no idea what it said? If that sounds familiar, you're not just scattered or getting older. You're dealing with something deeper, and I want you to know you're not imagining it. I see this all the time in my practice. These symptoms are frustrating, but they're also predictable, and once you understand what's behind them, they become fixable. That's why I want to walk you through a simple 4-step functional medicine roadmap that can help you start clearing your brain fog and getting your sharpness back. So let's start with the first step for clearing brain fog after the age of 40, and it's the one that most people overlook. You have to know exactly what hormones are out of balance before anything can change. The first step is identifying the hormone imbalances that are quietly disrupting your brain function. After 40, your estrogen levels begin to shift, and this can directly affect your brain chemicals like serotonin and acetylcholine, which are essential for mood, focus, and memory. When estrogen dips, these neurotransmitters drop too, and that's often when the brain fog starts. But estrogen is only part of the puzzle. Chronic stress raises cortisol, and cortisol overload can dull your memory, wreck your sleep, and cause emotional crashes. On the flip side, if your cortisol has been high for too long, your system can burn out, leaving you with low energy and even brain fog. And here's something rarely tested for: your thyroid. Even when your TSH is in range, you can still have low free T or T4, which starves your brain of the hormones it needs to function. Most doctors don't look that deep unless you ask. If you've ever walked out of your doctor's office with normal labs, but you still felt like something was wrong, this is probably why. You're not broken, you're just not being seen at the right level. Ask your provider for a full hormone panel, not just basic labs. This is where I start with the women I work with in my functional medicine practice, because without this deeper hormone data, it's nearly impossible to create the right plan. That means testing estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, DHEA, and a full thyroid panel including free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and your antibodies. If you don't know what your hormones are doing, you can't support your brain properly. Start by getting a clear picture. This is the foundation for every other step. Once you know what your hormones are doing, the next step is to take pressure off your brain by reducing inflammation, because when your brain is inflamed, no amount of hormone balancing will make you feel better. So let's walk through how to lower that inflammation starting today. Hormone changes may trigger brain fog, but inflammation is what keeps it alive. When your brain is inflamed, neurons don't fire properly, communication between brain cells slows down, and everything feels sluggish, including your memory, your focus, and even your motivation. And here's the part most people don't realize. Inflammation doesn't just come from your brain, it often starts in your gut. Things like food sensitivities, blood sugar swings, poor sleep, and even hidden infections can cause your immune system to stay in a constant state of alarm. That inflammation can travel through your bloodstream and light up your brain like a warning flare. This is why so many women feel exhausted, irritable, and foggy for no obvious reason. Their brain is inflamed and nothing they're doing is calming it down. If you've ever had days when your brain just won't turn on no matter how much coffee you drink, this could be why. Brain fog is often a fire on the inside, and the key is cooling it down. Start by removing your top inflammatory triggers for just 1 week. That means cutting out sugar, alcohol, processed foods, and gluten. And then add in foods that help calm inflammation like wild blueberries, leafy greens, turmeric, and omega-3 fatty acids from fish or flaxseed. These are some of the first changes I walk my functional medicine clients through when we're working on brain clarity. Even small steps like these can begin to lift the mental haze. But there's one more layer to this that's easy to miss. Your body may be producing too many hormones or toxins, and if you're not clearing them out properly, they can recirculate and cause more inflammation. So let's talk about how to support your body's natural detoxification systems so your brain can start to feel clear again. Your body is constantly processing hormones, toxins, and byproducts from your daily life. But if your detox systems are sluggish, those compounds can build up, get recirculated, and inflame your brain even more. Here's where many women get stuck. They start eating better and managing stress, but they still feel foggy. That's often because their liver or their gut isn't clearing out what their body is trying to get rid of. Estrogen metabolites, leftover cortisol, and environmental toxins need to be filtered and eliminated. And if they're not, they can end up right back in circulation, creating more hormonal imbalance and more inflammation. Your liver, your gut, and your lymphatic system are key players in this detox process. When one of those systems is overloaded, your brain feels the effect. If you've ever cleaned up your diet and you still felt off, this could be why. Your body may be trying to heal, but it's recycling the very things that are causing your brain fog. Start by supporting your liver and your gut. That means staying well hydrated, eating cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and arugula, and making sure you have daily bowel movements. One of the first things I work on with my functional medicine clients is getting their detox pathways open and moving so their body can clear out excess hormones and toxins. When that starts to happen, their brain fog will begin to lift. Now that you've removed the internal blockages, it's time to rebuild what your brain needs most. Let's talk about how to restore brain energy so that your mind feels sharp, focused, and alive again. Your brain uses more energy than any other organ in your body, and when that energy system starts to slow down, everything else slows down too. You can't focus, your memory slips, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. This comes down to your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. After 40, stress, inflammation, and nutrient deficiencies can wear them down, especially in your brain. When your mitochondria aren't working well, your brain doesn't have the fuel it needs to think clearly. Rebuilding the system isn't about pushing harder or drinking more coffee. It's about restoring cellular energy at the root level. That means giving your brain the nutrients, the rest, and the oxygen it needs to fire again. If you've been feeling mentally drained for weeks, months, or even years, and nothing seems to help, rebuilding your brain energy might be the missing link. Focus on nutrients that directly support mitochondrial function. CoQ10, magnesium, B vitamins, and omega-3 fatty acids are a great place to start. Add in short walks in the sun, deep breathing, and 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. This is the final layer I help my clients build into their recovery. When your brain cells start making energy again, everything starts to feel clearer and lighter. But there's one thing that could undo all of this, and this is a common daily habit I see all the time in practice, and most women don't even realize it's keeping them stuck. Let's talk about what it is and how to fix it. There's one mistake I see over and over again that quietly sabotages all the progress women try to make with brain fog. It's not what you're eating, it's not your supplements, it's this. It's pushing through without rest. I get it, you have a lot on your plate, you're juggling work, family responsibilities, maybe you're even a caregiver, but when your brain is already inflamed, depleted, and out of balance, pushing through doesn't help you catch up. It pushes your nervous system deeper into burnout. Your brain fog isn't just a symptom, it's a signal, and the mistake is ignoring that signal. Pushing through instead of slowing down and giving your brain the time it needs to heal. So if you've been doing everything right and still feel foggy, this could be why. Your body can't repair itself in a constant state of urgency. Give your brain permission to rest. That means carving out 15 minutes in your day for stillness, taking a walk, but without your phone, and saying no to anything that drains you. This is one of the hardest shifts for my clients to make, but it's also one of the most transformative. Rest is not optional when it comes to brain repair. It's the fuel that your nervous system needs to integrate everything else you're doing that's right. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. You're not just looking for quick fixes, you're looking for real answers. I know how overwhelming it can feel when your brain isn't working the way it used to. When you forget things mid-sentence, feel tired all the time, or struggle to stay focused. It's easy to think it's just you, but it's not, and it's not something you just have to live with. You now have a clear roadmap to help you think sharper, feel more focused, and finally start feeling like yourself again. There's a way forward, and you're not alone. I created this channel to be a place where women over 40 can finally feel seen, understood, and supported. A place to get practical answers, not just vague advice. A place where we lift each other up and take back our health together. If you found value in this video or learned something new about what's behind your brain fog, like and share it with someone who needs this. And in the comments, let me know what your biggest struggle is right now. Let's build a supportive state here where we help each other through it. And if you feel like you need extra support, I offer virtual consultations, and you can book a free 15-minute session to see if functional medicine is the right path for you. Together we can create a plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. Subscribe if you want clear, science-based answers to brain fog, hormone balance, and energy recovery so you can feel sharp, focused, and fully yourself again. The next video you should watch is 8 shocking ways toxins poison your brain and cause brain fog. If you want to understand how hidden toxins could be sabotaging your brain and what to do about it, this is the perfect next step.